Yeah, give me the opportunity to get right, people. I got a harsh light in front of me. Forgive me for that. But this is Understood the podcast. This is a special week. This right here is the week of our, I guess you can call it our birthday or anniversary, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we're about to hit a year. So yeah, I'm Kimon. I got T in here. Say something, T.
Hey y'all.
I ain't asked off camera. Did y'all, what y'all want to be called? We know Arnez in here. Oh, and you said I remember from the first one. I just go by Corey. I remember that one on there. So when you talk, put the mic up to your face.
All right, just Corey.
All right, Corey. And dang, is everything on there? Yeah. And I got D in here. What's up, D?
What's up?
Okay.
Band up Barbie.
So, the first episode.
And we got Jamarcus.
I said Jamarcus. I said we got T. We got Arnez. We got Jamarcus. I didn't say that. Okay. Well, hold up. All right. Well, let me talk my stuff for a moment and say that this is recorded. So I would love to be right over 5 people, but if I'm wrong, I apologize. But
that's only because you're on recording.
Huh?
That's only because you're recording.
Oh, they can't hear you. Get the mic. It's not only because I'm recording, but anywho, yes, this is Understood the podcast. I'm saying that for the 57th time. Our first podcast was us talking about relationships. Oh, I guess I need to be kind of looking at this one. Was us talking about relationships, and so we're talking about relationships again. And I got a crowd of people here. So some of the people that were on the original, T, Arnez, I'm sorry for bumping the camera, and Corey,
Gang, gang.
and me. Everybody give a round of applause for me. I'm such an incredible and
Wait, what?
What's going on?
My bad.
okay. Hey, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, so relationships. I don't know if I want to call this one how to relate, but we talking relationships in 2017. And I generally have an opening monologue that I write for the podcast nowadays, but I'm not writing one for this because I want it to be all over the place, because relationships in 2017 are all over the place. But it's more along the lines of the initiation of the relations. That was a little
deep though.
That was a Jesse Jackson. I tried to be like Jesse, like channel my inner Jesse right there in the initiation of the relations. Yeah, Corey got me.
I'm with you.
But anywho, yeah, man, what's up in 2017?
The same thing that was up in 2016.
I mean, honestly, I done seen a little bit more.
Oh, what?
Trifling.
Oh, worse. Okay.
Yeah,
So you feel like it's a little worse.
Yeah. I asked somebody the other day, this person is going to stay unnamed. I started to put something on Facebook, but one of the last things you want is black women on your rump on social media. So it's easy for me to get caught up in blackness because I've been black for 26 years. Actually 27, because I was black in the womb. Do you start out black? Yeah, you black in the womb. I don't know. We're gonna
like pink, like a little like salamander.
we gonna
Black in the sperm. I don't know.
You ain't black now. Anywho, but yeah. So I asked. I was like, I asked someone. I was like, do white women cheat?
Yeah.
They was like, it's worse. Yeah.
Is that a question?
I found out because I ain't never really just dated no white women. So I mean, I don't know like that.
I don't think you have to date a white woman to know that.
I don't
Cheating
really.
is
I don't
across the
really just.
board.
Well, no, I kick it with some, but I kick it with good people. I hope to think they're good. Well,
Any color that doesn't.
Huh?
I think it's one like color group that doesn't cheat. Like you're not gonna find like a group of Chinese women. Like none of them
well,
cheat.
see,
like,
here's the thing though. I didn't
I'm-
really know. The older I get, the more I recognize that women cheat, and that women cheat more so. I don't want to say more so than men, but
They cheat better.
But when they cheat better, they cheat better.
I think men just get too greedy.
I think men just are dumb.
Huh? You said you think men are dumb?
Yeah, most
Yeah.
of them.
I agree because no, I'm not gonna say men are dumb, but back in the gap, I've never been a cheater, but I used to have a lot of friends that did so, and I used to try to tell my friends because I knew that it was gonna come back around to me. So I used to try to successfully guide them through cheating. That way, I'm not caught up in no mess. Now this we're talking about 10 years ago, so that's a long time ago. So don't hold me to that. I'm not that man now. But men, yeah, we could, yeah. Now, if I was a cheater, I think it's hard to cheat in 2017. You gonna get caught. Why? Huh? Why you looking at me like that? Cheating, social media, like you gotta do a lot of work. That's a job to cheat. You don't think so?
It's still just as easy as it was before. If not, it's easier. Like, I mean, you got apps that, you know, you can hide stuff. Like, you have 2 Facebooks, like, and put one in a whole different app, and your girl get your phone, and she think, oh, he ain't got nothing on this Facebook.
Baby,
You got
I
a
was
whole nother,
spammed.
like, not even that. Like,
I
you
was
ain't even
hacked.
got to do that. Like, yeah. I mean, you could be a whole nother person out here. Like, I think it's easier, if anything. Yeah. And we was talking about like on the first episode, like the whole like DM situation and all that. Like,
It goes down in the DM.
yeah, like really, I know probably at least 10 relationships right now that started in the DM. Like, legit.
You take relationships out of the DM?
You can, yeah.
I'm doing this all wrong.
Is there a how-to?
I mean, it depends on what you're looking for in the DM. Like, more than, like, I don't know. It just depends on what you're looking for. Just so happened, like, those people were, I guess, looking for a relationship. But, I mean, of course, other stuff can pop off in the DM, too. Like, if you don't want to go the relationship route. But, yeah. Like, I know several people that, like, start dating off of, like, just a message.
Message.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that part. Was it "Don't Be a Menace" while drinking juice in the hood or drinking Kool-Aid in the hood? One, I don't know. So, how do you pursue? Like, well, hold on. How do you? What do people gather? Like, is it everything is ran through social media?
Pretty much.
So, like, souls. Yeah,
I gotta say it again.
yeah.
Oh well, yeah, like kinda, unless you actually are somewhere and you just meet somebody like that. But that's really like kind of
Rare.
That's rare. Like that's never happened to me. Like,
Or
ever.
like the
Well, a
people
couple of
that
times, but it
like
never
the
worked.
guys that do like approach you out in public just be like like all the
Yeah.
way busted. Like
Oh no. Yeah.
like we went to Birmingham a couple weeks ago and this guy came in. Now first of all, I usually don't go out like this, y'all, but I was looking a mess because we just ran to the store to grab my friend mom or something. So this dude, he was like, I mean, he was sweet. He was very respectful. He was like, you know, hey, beautiful, whatever. He was not my taste as far as like looks go or whatever, but he was nice. He was like, he asked me where I was from. I told him I was from Mississippi. He was like, oh, well, give me your address. I'll come visit you. I was like, pause. Like, first of all,
Wait a
like,
minute.
he asked my number. You went straight for the address. Like, I don't know. He just creeped me out. Like, 'cause he was
yeah,
nice.
just give me your address.
Well,
Yeah.
That's
first
not
of
normal.
all, like he got straight to the point.
He did.
Address
and it-
though?
But yeah,
That
it's
is
usually
crazy.
something
I was
weird
just
like
trying
that, though. I think, like, if you talk to somebody, like, over social
Yeah.
media or, like, a message, like, I don't know, it's kind of more relaxed. You can kind of ease into the conversation a little easier.
I think though, talking to people on social media, starting like that is always awkward when you have to meet up in person.
I
Is
agree.
it because it's like you develop like this relationship that's comfortable through no contact, and you develop personalities. It's easier to to be a certain way when you don't have to face somebody. So when you see them, it's like, I might not be as outgoing as portrayed to be. You know what I mean? So it's like,
He seen me on that ski trip. I hate skiing.
To add to that point, I wish my friend Patrick would have came and been on here. So, like, he had a situation where it was a young lady that he liked or whatever. He had actually seen her in person before, but when he liked her more in person than he did her social media persona. So like when he like ended up being friends with her on like Instagram and Snapchat and stuff, like he started seeing like the real her. So it
Ooh.
didn't work out in her favor. Like he was like, like she be doing way too much. So I think it can be the opposite too.
Okay.
Like if you meet somebody in person, then you get on their social media and they somebody different, or you know, just kind of. I don't want to
Like thotty.
yeah.
like she went out a lot.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he was like she got on Snapchat one night. He said he went to bed at maybe like 12 and she was in the club. He woke up at like 5:30, like she was still out, like doing like snaps or whatever. He was like, yeah, he was like, I
It's too
thought,
late.
yeah, he was like, back when I was going to the club, you know, I thought you know, go to Waffle House after it was over with, and you know, you go home.
She don't stop.
He was
The
like,
party
yeah, he
don't
was like,
stop.
like she was just still going. He was like, it's just too much for me because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be into that. So
I was gonna say I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, but I mean if you can't hang with it, if it's not for you, then don't do it because like I mean I like to go out and have a good time sometimes on the weekend. You know, if you feeling the vibe, you ain't gotta come in early. I mean, but if they ain't your type, then don't mess with it. And I think that's what's wrong with a lot of dating. Period, is that people try to mess with stuff that ain't for them, and so that's just my take on it.
That ain't for me. I went to a club like a month ago
Like yesterday,
because I had to do some work. And like you just said, I tried to go out in support of Ornez's birthday. And I stayed there 30 minutes. Like it just ain't me. I just sit back. Now I was literally janking people like the whole time.
I don't know why he was janking because, as you can see from the video, me and Arnold had fun. So I don't know what Kima, what Bro's
but like you
problem
just
was.
said, no, it's Kima.
If it's not Kima,
but like
okay.
you just said,
It's not
fun
for you.
is what your ideal of fun is. I had fun janking them. Like that girl, never mind, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay,
It was a girl that was twerking like a booty stank. Like
I don't know what that looks like.
no, I'm just saying that's just a saying that we used to say on Call of Duty. So I just said that. Like you remember? No.
I'm confused about life.
Tommy used to say your dude walk like his booty stank. So I just said that she was twerking like a booty snake. She was twerking like something was wrong though.
Not everybody can dance.
Yeah.
Everybody's out there to have fun.
Yeah.
So
So everybody. Yeah. Okay. It just kind of depends, but that's how some people meet people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm more of a face-to-face type guy. I'm not a Tinder or Soul Swipe. And the Soul Swipe still around?
yeah, I used Soul Swipe one time.
Oh.
It was alright. I met cool people on there. But let me tell you. So this one dude. Okay, so his profile said he was 32. So we met up, we went out on a date or whatever. Like the first thing he broke down, which I mean, he looked like his like pictures, whatever. Like it wasn't like a catfish type situation.
Can we
in
pause
that
for a
regard.
second? Just 1 second. Just to let the listeners know, we are recording this during game 2 of the NBA Finals. I know this is kind of weird, but I just wanted to give the fellas in the room an update and let you know that the Warriors are up 102-88.
Oh.
Continue with our the end of the third, going into the fourth.
Lord,
Now we are going back to our regularly scheduled
Scheduled
programming. T.
Okay, so he looked like he did on his pictures and everything. But when we got there, he was like, well, the first thing, he was like, I just want to go ahead and get this, off the table, whatever. He was like, I know my profile said I was 32, but I'm younger than that. I was like, okay. I was like, well, how old are you? And he was like, how old do you think I am? I was like, just tell me. Like, I thought you were 32. Like, that's how old I thought you were. Yeah. So then he was like, well, I'm 22. Oh, wow. Right. But he looked like he's a big dude, you know, like I like bigger guys typically or whatever. So he was like 6'5" or whatever. Like he was a big dude. He looked like 30. Well, he is grown, but he looked growner or whatever. But so we got that off table or whatever. I was like, okay, well, I guess since he came up front, you know, about it or whatever, I let it go. So we go on talking like maybe a few more days or whatever. We went out again. So the next time we went out, he was like, well, I got something else to tell you. He was like, well, I'm actually married or whatever. Yeah, he was from Jamaica. He was like, his wife was still in Jamaica though. He had moved over here, and he was like, they were going through a divorce, but he was still supporting her. Like he was sending her money and all this kind of stuff. Right, exactly. So at this point, I was like, done. So after I told him, like, I was like, well, I just feel like, you know, we should just leave it alone. Like you got a whole wife. I'm not like into that.
So I have a question.
Well, hold on. Can I ask this one question though? After she just said that.
Go ahead.
Corey, you give her the mic. So if you said that he has a whole wife, if
Half a
she's
wife.
if they're going through divorce,
Quarter
does
of
it
a wife.
classify as
Zero.
whole?
Yes, because if he fills out something, he is still married. He's not single.
Okay.
Okay. You done?
Yeah.
So my question is okay. So you were feeling him other than that. But 22 and going through a divorce as young. I
Yeah.
get that. That's a lot.
And that's what he was trying to say. But I mean, at that point, I was just like
Done.
over it.
Okay, but were you feeling him
I
other
was sure
than,
thinking,
other
what
than
time
that?
did they get
Yeah,
married?
he was cool.
So like what if he never told you? Like and then you found out like a little bit later.
Then I still would have stopped talking to
a
him.
little bit.
Yeah, I'm not about to be
Okay,
I'm
so-
not about to be nobody's mistress.
But I'm saying he was getting the divorce. Like he went through with the divorce.
That's what he said. I don't know what her side of the story is. She in Jamaica. I can't talk to her. Like,
I mean, he can show you papers though. If he. Okay.
I mean, it's con artist. Like, he
Look,
can come up with some
that's
paper.
true.
Like,
But you gotta have stuff like that notarized. I'm pretty
Nah,
sure.
but what woman gonna be? Oh, look, who was the notary? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
I
just be
guess
like,
it's easy
oh.
to be done with it. I was just asking, would it be so bad if he hadn't told you and like pursued a relationship with you?
I always
while it
respect
was-
like people for telling the truth. Like you remember the dude like back in the day. Like I told him I wasn't gonna sleep with him. He was like, "Well, cool. Like you know, like we pretty much ain't gonna talk no more." So I was like,
savage.
I was like, "Cool. Like we just you know we ain't gonna."
I feel you on that
Right.
though. Like
so I appreciate the honesty. Like I feel like you should at least give the person like the chance to decide, you know, if they want to move forward or not. Because I'm sure there's a lot of women out there to just be like, oh, okay, cool. But I just wasn't that one. No.
I feel you. I just
Yeah.
hope you know.
Okay, I have a question for the fellas in the room. Now, y'all know me. I hope that the internet does not drag me for this. I've never cheated. I would never cheat. I feel confident in saying that. And I don't like cheating. I think it's very wrong. It's a quarter past trifling, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. But in this situation, she on a whole nother, you know, she ain't here with it. Like she in another country.
Exactly.
But see, that's the thing.
She could have been
Like,
here.
but
Who
do
knows?
do you really tell in that situation? I don't think first of all, when they getting married in Jamaica? Because 22 going through
I
a
think he
divorce.
said they were like 19.
Okay,
18,
okay.
19. But
Okay.
she was like, he said she was like 10 years older than him.
Ooh,
Yeah. But
That's-
he was like
that's-
19, 18, 19.
that's the first file.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what he's saying, they
that's
was
not a
just-
foul.
different.
No,
Yeah.
It's
that's
not a
not a
foul.
foul.
It's not a foul.
But wasn't the game was all backwards just then? Why was he older? If I'm going through a divorce, I probably wouldn't tell.
He was his wife age.
He was. He was. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going through a divorce, I'm not telling.
Do you think he told her that he was 32 and that's why they getting a divorce?
No, I think she probably knew.
She probably knew when he was 18.
Because they, you know, probably like well, they didn't grow up together, but I mean, they was from the same.
That would be
Didn't grow up
Yeah,
together.
she was riding bikes when he came out.
Right, pretty much. Like, but I don't think they had like kids or anything like that. But I don't know. At that point, I don't believe nothing he's saying. Really, like again, I respect him for telling the truth, but I'm like, okay, he say he, she in Jamaica
But why
or whatever.
would that make you trust him a little bit more since he was
Because
up?
if every time I go out with you, it's something else that come out. Like
Yeah.
you should have let it all out at the first time. Like, look, I'm really, 22. I got a wife.
Hey, you should have went on that third day just to see what it was.
Yeah, that
You
would have been
should have. So I have a question
I
because
got one more thing.
You do?
No, I'm just saying that's what he was gonna say.
Okay. Okay.
I know we talked about
So like, like you have these rules on first dates that you're not on the first date that you're not supposed to talk about anything. Now I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think in this situation that might apply for one that you don't talk about on the first date. So because it's so personal. Like you just trying to catch a vibe with somebody and you just started unloading everything on them.
I can see that, I guess.
So it's like almost doomed to fail from the jump because you just like, yo, first of all, well, he messed up because he did like twice. On both days he had to reveal something
Right.
big. Like, I'm really 22. I'm 10 years younger than what I advertised.
Exactly.
So that was bad. But like, I think that's a lot to unpack and just
But
getting to know somebody.
I mean, that's something major. Like, if you got a wife, like, I mean, first of all, you shouldn't be on a date. Like, I feel like
It's a
personally.
divorce.
But they still married. Like, I don't care. Like, if you married, you married. Like, I don't
I
care if
feel-
y'all
I
been going
feel
through a
you.
divorce for 10
Well, see,
years.
I feel you.
See, he shouldn't. It was his wording. Wording is everything. Like he shouldn't have said I'm married. He should have said I'm separated.
But still, in my mind,
But it
marriage
still
is
sounded
marriage.
a little bit better than I'm married.
But now, okay, so
You probably
I don't
would
know
have
if I
still said
told
the
you
same
about this
thing.
one. Like, this was a few years ago. I forgot where I met this dude at, but it was same type of situation. Like, we have been talking now. Me and him have been talking for a couple months, and then he up and decided. Like, he went from having 1 kid to 2 kids to 4 kids.
Oh, whoa! He got a whole brain bump.
Right, and I was like, wait a minute, like, but with him, it was always like the more like I got to know him and that it went on, like he was just adding stuff. So maybe because I went through that, like still in my mind, I'm like, I'm not about to keep going on the like, the same trip. Like I'm not doing it. Right. And then 2 of the kids was twins.
Hold on, we're not gonna count that towards my boy because that was just
But he should have just said, "Hey,
That
I
was
got
one.
twins." That would have at least been 2. You don't start with 1 and then jump to 4. Like what?
But I got
he
one
had-
kid.
And then that was the dude. I don't know if I told y'all, like, cause I asked a lot of questions, like in the beginning phases, and I asked him. I asked him, did he ever do drugs? And he was like, yeah, of course I did drugs. I was like,
Why is that? Hold on,
what
why?
drugs did you do? So I started asking. I was like, crack. He was like, I mean, everybody back in the day. So I was like, no, who smoked crack back in the day?
We don't like
No.
no.
So ask questions, people, because you never know. Like, he really got pissed that I was upset that he smoked crack before. Like,
You really do have to ask people questions though before you
Really?
date them. Like guys, you have to ask them, do they hit girls and everything? Because I remember one guy, I'm like, yeah, you hit girls. He was like, I mean, well, sometimes. I'm like, sometimes. What you mean? Like, but yeah, for real. Like people be on some more stuff.
Okay, once again, internet, do not drag me. But I'm just playing advocate here. Do you hit me?
No, I have before when I was younger, like in high school.
Okay, because
I'm scared.
That's that double standard type stuff. You know, a woman, boom, bam. Like, hey, keep your hand to, like Whoopi said, keep your hand to yourself, and blah blah blah. Okay, not saying that a man should
That
never
was
hit a woman.
very short lived. I
Yeah.
hit him, then I got punched in my chest. I couldn't breathe. I was like, wait,
Like, can't do that.
what's going on? No, really, I couldn't breathe.
Now I was
It
just
was
playing.
serious.
Like for real, I was like, sorry, won't do that again.
Like, yeah, I don't play. Like, I don't think I've ever even like raise my hand at a guy. But like I said, I'm scared. Like I remember Jupe, if you watching this, a long time ago, this was like 7th grade. And I used to always, like when I was like a kid, I was kind of like a tomboy. So I used to like fight boys and stuff. So I thought that, you know, because I had beat him up when I was younger, that I could still like fight dudes or whatever. So it was like 7th grade. We was in Coach Maxwell class. And I kept messing with Jupe. I was messing with him. And that mug, next thing I knew, I was up on the wall. He had pinned me up. I was like, oh my. After that, I ain't never even play hit. Like I might do like this. That's about as much as it goes.
And then apologize like, my bad. I
For
didn't mean to hit
real,
you.
like, because he was like little, so I was like, yeah, you know, I can take him. That mug was strong. I was like, yeah, I'm
So-
like, you know, he ain't gonna be able to do nothing to me.
So-
like,
You know, I used to have this saying a long time ago when people needed some act right. I say, oh yeah, he need to get beat up. That ain't what I used to say though. Well, that was a long time ago. This is 10 years or better ago. But there's some truth to that. Like,
oh, I was scared.
like, mom and dad will whoop you over something. You're gonna think twice before you do it again.
Yeah.
So, hey, sometimes we just need some act right in our life. I'm not advocating on behalf of that, but it worked.
But they can go with anything, though. I got your back. They can go with anything. Just like you've never cheated. I'm not saying that I have. But you know, but if I did and you know a woman cheated on me, yeah, that's some act right there. You gonna learn your lesson. It ain't the same. Not that I know. No. See, when you cheating, it's like, well, you know, from what I've heard, when you cheating, it's like it's all good. Hey, just chill. You know, it's all good. But when it happened to you, boy,
And that's one thing about men.
listen,
That my
I'm with
friends
you on that. I feel you.
it
Hey,
happened to you.
I'm not gonna say friends, but people that I've known in the past could be doing the most dirt in life. Like, let's take this for example. T.I. and Tiny. Now we know T.I. done cheated on Tiny. We don't know what happened with Floyd, but
Ain't nothing happened.
hey, I don't know now.
Ain't nothing happened with that man. He and it, no, ain't nothing happened. Like
But
now,
they
she
were at
probably did try
odds.
to hurt. Yeah, I was gonna say they were at odds. They didn't like each other, so his little feelings was hurt because they was together. Like she probably did. Now she probably knew that she was gonna like make him upset like that, but I don't think they was sleeping together. It wasn't nothing like that.
I've kind of thought that too, but I ain't.
Now she knew how to hurt a little feel. Clearly, it worked. Like her plan worked.
It worked.
Right? Like, yeah.
But at first I heard it was an open marriage. Then at first they were saying that it was an open marriage. So I'm like, okay. And then she started like changing her mind, and that's where it came from. But even if she did, like y'all said, because they was at odds, she wrong for that. The girl he started dating, he met through her. So what's the difference?
No, I ain't say she. No, I'm saying that's how men do.
Why?
Look, I don't know because
I need answers. Well, since y'all here, let me know why.
Right.
look,
Somebody gotta know.
Why?
Oh, so don't nobody know? Like, why is it okay, like, when y'all cheat, but if a girl cheats or a woman cheats, then it's not okay anymore?
see, this that kind of generalization stuff that I don't stand for, because women cheat.
I didn't
just
say
as much
women
as
didn't
men.
cheat. I
And
said,
then
why do y'all get upset? Why is it okay when y'all do it?
It's not
But
okay for a guy to cheat.
in y'all minds, it must be okay.
It's not okay. Hey, but listen. Okay. So hold on. But real talk.
Real talk.
Women, you can love a woman,
Mm-hmm.
do the most you can for that woman, and boy, she's just the most nagging, unappreciative.
Dumper.
Hey, it's easier said than done.
Hey,
It's
say,
not.
hey,
Listen,
hey,
she
save
be-
that for the He-Man Woman Hater episode that we gonna
She
do.
be dry. I'm
Oh, I
just
should've had
saying.
this on,
Just
live.
dry.
I
I
didn't
mean,
think-
like she just made you be like, look, I'm not a cheater, but like,
Okay.
just say for instance, you get mad at say like your girl, like she just tripping all the time, just tripping, like not an understanding person, don't want to rationalize stuff. And you still trying your best with the girl and all whatever's going on, and she just piss you off to the max like all the time. And so, I mean, she pissed you off one day when you going to work or something,
So
and,
you like,
and some
you know
fine,
what?
something fine, talking to you like nice, like you like it, and you ain't getting it from your girl. I'm just saying, it's the same. It would be the.
I mean,
but some dudes are just greedy. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, in some
I'm
cases,
not
Can-
saying. Go ahead.
I have something on this. Hold on a second. Give me one moment.
they just stop.
Yeah, we good now. Okay, so if I was thinking about this the other day, and I realized where this thing of men cheating came from, because I was talking about I was talking about wages, and I was saying that we don't make as much right now as men or people used to make back in the gap. Because think about it, in the 50s, in the 60s, a man could have his wife not work, him be the breadwinner, and still have a whole nother family that the family find out about 10 years down the line, if they find out. I think that's where it may have spun from, because it might have been a mentality that, like, I'm out here, I'm getting this money, I can do what I want to. Because I hate to say it, but amongst celebrities, that same mentality works. Because if the man, like T.I. probably has that same mentality, like, I'm out here getting the money, ain't nobody bought nothing Escape in a long time, but people out here buying this T.I. stuff. So he may look at it like, I can do this because I'm the breadwinner. But what I don't think men have realized and caught up to is that some women out here making some money. Women not in the house anymore. So this push for equality is real. So does that mean equality in every field? I don't view it like that, but I'm just thinking about it logically. So the name of the podcast is Understood. I'm just looking for understanding.
I personally don't think it has anything to do with money. I think it would be foolish to
I don't
think
either.
that a man was just able to cheat and be gone all day, and the woman's lonely and she doesn't have a side piece. I think that just doesn't make sense to me.
It does make sense though, because I know a lot of people that have done that. I've done that before.
I'm sorry.
No, not like that. No, I'm saying like.
I don't know what else to say. No, I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying like
you did it. You
people
sat there
do
without.
that. Yeah,
without-
like people really do that. Like I cheated like one time in my whole life, and that was because I went with the guy for 3 years, and he cheated on me all 3 years. So I didn't cheat on him till the third year. So I feel like at that point, and then really at that point, I think we broke up like a week later. So I was really over it anyway. But yeah, like I never. And then that's another thing. Like when you bring up people cheating, they always like, well, girls cheat too, but most of the girls. I'm not saying they don't. It is some women, they just, that's what they do. They trifling. But for the most part, like people who I know that cheat on somebody or something like that, as far as women go, they do it because the men started it. Like it was never like, oh, I'm about to go cheat on my boyfriend. Like, no.
Maybe, and it's the same for me, vice versa. Maybe it's the guys I hang around with, but the most guys that I know and I'm cool with, their objective isn't to cheat on a woman. And so that's why I say I can't you just generalize all men as being cheaters. I mean, you got dirt bags on both sides.
And I don't think all men are cheaters, but but most are. It's a lot of people that are, but I just feel like, but just like you were saying, like if you feel some type of way, I feel like if you're in a relationship, like you was like, what is she doing this? And then one day I go out and meet somebody, like for one, like if you're in a relationship, you have to take a person for how they are, the good stuff and the bad stuff. That's where people get confused, because you want me because you like this, but you don't like that I'm moody, and you don't like, but you knew that I was all of this already. So if you don't like it, just leave. Don't. If you gonna be with somebody, you gotta love them all the way around. Like period. So
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. But at what point does the woman say, or does she realize that I have to be a little more mature and I can't be emotional because like you can't just lash out all the time because you get emotional and moody.
And that's true.
And I understand that men and women are wired differently, like hormonally and genetically and all that stuff. But men, I mean, we have emotions too. And the thing is, like, we just don't. Not all men. Some men do, but I mean, you just got to be mature with your actions. You can't. I mean, just because you're moody, you might be like, "Oh man, I'm moody. I need to chill out." and it's that
Too,
easy.
but that's just like the give and take stuff, like that's something she have to work on as well. But I don't just feel like that's a reason. Like, well, you know what,
Most
she been
women don't
mooted
work on
today,
it.
so I'm
Well,
leaving.
no, that's generalizing too
I,
much.
That
I think it's safe to generalize in that. How many brothers in here can say that?
But what work do y'all do though? Like that be the thing. Like I don't know. You get what you put in. If you not trying to do nothing, she not trying to do nothing.
hanging it, y'all know. Shoot.
What I think too, though, like you just said, the men have emotions too. I really think we're more emotional.
Y'all are more emotional.
That's why it's like when women cheat, it's the end of the world. And when we do it, I mean, it's just ego. When we do it, it's hey, we the man. But like, where I'm from, that was, hey, how many you got now, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but when women do it, it's like, man, come on. You ready to hurt them. Yeah, choke or something. Yeah, I don't hit women.
Don't choke
I do not hit women. I'm trying to get a spin off. I don't hit women. But nah, so
knock somebody out with that. For real.
No.
Okay, so you got
So what I will say, I think it's time for men to be real with ourselves and recognize that we are emotional because
Very, very.
I ain't even gonna lie, I had me a little trip episode today.
It's okay, bro.
We're not gonna talk about what happened, but it's just the fact that I realized I was like, man, when the heck did I get so emotional? Like, I don't know when it happened. I never used to be this emotional. It's like the older I get, it's like, dang, like why? Huh? But hey, 100% man now. Not to knock somebody, but I'm just saying I'm 100% man now.
I think it's okay for men to be emotional. I think because of now I can't speak of like other races, but they talk about like it's a stigma in the black community anyways that men can't like show emotion or you would be looked on as like weak or whatever. So I think like they're forced to keep a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they play into
inside.
it too because they feel like they
whereas us
have
like,
to.
like I
be
cried
like
about 4 times this morning, so I'm always good with I'm in tune with my emotions. I'm good.
Can I just be 100% real? Like that's one of the things that I love doing on Understood. It's just being real.
Yeah.
And something. I'm on live. Jazz said, "Hey,
Hey, best friends.
But anywho, I don't cry much. I cried after Katrina because I saw my mama crying. So I just thought that was like I just needed to cry at that moment. Then I cried shortly after that because of something that someone very close said and did to me. And then after that, I don't remember crying in my adulthood. Well, once last year, but it wasn't like boo-hooing. Yeah. But when I tell you, like a good 3 weeks ago, I boo-hooed, and it felt good. It felt liberating. Like so, I think it's because it's a lot of men that's dealing with mental health issues, and the reason why is because we holding all this junk in. So, hey, every now and then, duck yourself in the corner and get you a good cry in. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Can I ask a question? So, since it's about relationships, in a relationship, how would y'all feel like if y'all's boyfriend or husband came home and he just had a day where he was just like wrecked emotionally and he cried? Like, how would y'all respond to that?
I don't know if I'm just like this or if all women are like that, but I like stuff like that. Like when you're in a relationship, really all a relationship is for somebody to be there for you. To me, so when if I feel like I can help you, like if you feeling bad and I'm coming trying, that make me feel good to help you. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, look at it. Now, if you just coming in crying because like you came in like, oh my God, and I'm like, what's wrong? And you like, I lost one of my shoes. I'm like, no, you tripping.
You can't cry because you can't find your shoes?
No, you're doing too much. It ain't that serious.
All
But
right,
if it's something really wrong, then.
But yeah, like it's one thing. Like I feel like I said, it's okay to show emotion. So if I was in a relationship or a situation and my dude came home, well not home because we don't live together, but if he came to me and like he was upset or whatever, like I'm gonna try my best to either like console him or if I can fix the issue, offer a solution, like I'll try to do that. Like what I don't like is I've talked to guys before. I don't like complainers. Like I remember I talked to this dude one time, and every day he was just, and he could have been, now that I think on it, like maybe he was going through like a depression or something like that, but every day it was something. Like he was mad about this, he was sad about that. Like it got to the point, like once it go on for like months and months, I'm like, do something about it or stop talking about it. Like,
Wait,
but I'm
hold
not,
on.
I can only help you for so long.
Is it real complaining, or is it why the sun got to be yellow? Like,
No, like real, like I hate my job and I hate that I'm in this situation and I can't do this and I want to do that. I'm like, change it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the stuff that you complaining about, you have the power to change it. So I've tried it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can only help so much. Like,
well, yeah, if you can do, because if I can be real, there was a point in time, I don't know when, but I hated my life.
yeah.
And I decided to do something about it. So that's what you have to do. Dang, what was we talking about? You done?
Yeah, I got something I want to say. I can say
Oh,
that.
yeah, I was talking about crying in a relationship. So you remember when I said I cried last year?
Mm-hmm.
That was liberating too, because I was in a relationship or whatnot, and we on camera, dog. And I started crying, and this individual started crying with me, and I just thought that was like super dope.
When I cry, you,
You
cry,
cry.
we cry together.
That was Ja Rule, wasn't it?
okay.
I told somebody the other day, people used to act like Ja Rule ain't had the hits. Ja Rule had the hits.
Yeah.
He was, I ain't gonna say the first, but he was one of the first dudes to just start that singing stuff. Like
You know, he like
if he had
What?
Huh?
He got
He's
Benjamin Buttons?
He's
8 years old.
Oh, he must be born on a leap year.
Yep.
I thought he had the Benjamin Button disease.
If
I was like, how old am I?
Facebook, I'm sorry, we're talking relations, so we're
Sorry.
just talking relationships in general. Relationships in 2017. So like, what's
Come
going
back to
on?
me.
But okay, yeah, T, what's up?
Okay, so because I've heard this personally, and I've heard like 2 or 3 people say this as well. Okay, so the last time I think, or the first episode, I think I was single when we did this, shortly after I was in a relationship, right? So went through the relationship or whatever. He ended up like talking to his ex and going on a date with a whole nother person, like all this, was happening in that time. So his response to me was that it was all about how much I could take. That's what would show him if I was ready for a relationship, if I could take what he was doing.
That'll be a no for me.
Hey,
But wait, so
We'll
I
get
had
ourselves
another
out of it,
situation with I'll say a friend of mine that this happened to her, and the dude told her the same thing.
Ooh. That's ether. Why you do that, Jazz?
What?
We ain't gonna talk about that on camera.
Was she tagged him?
No, she just she had a comment.
Oh.
what
But
it
yeah,
was.
all right, best friend. I know you got my back.
Can I read it?
But no, like, so then the other situation or whatever, like,
It's on me now.
that guy told her the same thing. He was like, well, it's all about how much you can go through and, what you can take. So
Spin
do
off.
y'all feel like that?
And-
Like, is it a test if you...
No.
I don't even know what he was talking
just trying to get out of something.
I just want to know.
We come with some stupid stuff when we in a situation like that. I'm just be real. That was just stupid. Yeah. The line
'Cause
gets
I
bad
was
when
just
you put
confused.
in a corner like that.
Yeah.
Because you can't explain like why you out with somebody
Well, I guess
else.
so, because y'all...
Yeah. But no. He still want to date her. That's the thing.
Well, I'm not on the date, but I still want to date you too.
Yeah, I went on a date so I can put her on the side, and I'm still trying to date you, my ex back. But I mean, hey,
And all this was
Yeah, no doubt.
within, like, what, a month? Probably less
oh, he a
time than
bad
that.
man.
Yeah, because, like, the first time he was like, I don't know, like with the whole ex thing or whatever, like I had been there. I could relate to that because I had been in a long relationship before. So I knew like, how that can feel like, okay, so let's say that person reached back out to you. I know it can, bring up some type of feeling. So I was like, okay, maybe I could see it on that regard. But okay, I'm trying to let you make it on that. And then you add a whole new like completely new person that you work with at that. Like, so now I got to be worried about somebody that's 300 miles away and somebody that you like in the same vicinity with every day, and y'all going on dates, and it's about a test for how much I can take. Exactly.
That's
Like, what does that even mean?
That's a new one.
What does that mean?
How much you can take?
So you got to use that one.
Yeah, put that one in my little book.
Like,
Girl, I'm just trying to say how strong you are.
right?
All for you.
I'm looking at me.
Nah, that's just crazy. That's crazy. That's
For
crazy.
real, I'm just trying to see.
I just wanted to know where you was at with it.
Hold up.
I like the close. Yeah, pretty close.
They got everything.
My bad.
Yeah.
So, Kimon, what you? I mean, I know you've never been on that side of the fence with the cheating, but do you think like men step out because of them not getting a good cry in or something like that, like not showing their emotions? Because we'll hold it in and be like,
I
well, she
really-
doing this for me, so I'm gonna go over here.
I really think that it's time. Did any of y'all watch the episode of The Breakfast Club when the guy was on there talking about depression and things of that nature and mental health? I really think that it's time for men to sit back and really, well, not men, but people in general, to recognize where we at with it. Like, I don't know. I think that there are a lot of things that can be considered as chemical imbalances that causes us to do that. But honestly, what I think it is that men, we have these eyes. I don't think that is depression. I don't think that is, like, if I could just be real, like, at the end of the day, I'm a man. I don't want to cheat though. So I think women do this too. You have eyes. You, just because you're in a relationship or you married, you're not going to stop seeing something that you may like. So this is how I used to be. When I see a girl that I might like and I'm in a relationship, I automatically think, I love such and such. I love such and such. Like, it's like the the first thing that I think of after. So it's like, it's reinforcement for myself. Like, I got something good at home. I'm not finna mess something up. I'm not finna mess up a sure thing over a possibility. So that's me. I don't know what it is in men, but I think it's really just these eyes.
So
I think that's what everybody.
like for me, I think it's kind of
Well, never
like,
mind. I think it might be
like I've never cheated either, but like when, like, I'm not gonna lie, like one time it was tempting. So that analogy when I was like I would go to work, that's honestly me. So like one day I was like, it just wasn't like you, especially like you just not getting that support emotionally like you need to be, because at the time I was going through some stuff like with what I believe in and stuff like that, like some deep stuff that like where it changes the way you live. And I wasn't getting the not necessarily the way you live, but the way you think. You know what I mean? That, like it's a big deal. And so I wasn't getting the emotional support that I needed. And I'm not gonna lie, like I went to work and I was getting attention from pretty women and women that I found attractive. And so it was a thought. I didn't do it. It was a thought though, so it is a little easier in situations like that. I swear I didn't. I didn't.
But I got a question though. So maybe I missed this part. Did you talk to her? Like, did you try to convey to her that you felt that way, or you just felt that way on the inside and just felt like she should know that you needed the attention that you felt that she needed?
I feel safe talking about this because she won't see it, and if she did, I really wouldn't care. But yeah, I tried talking to her.
Okay.
Like it would be like sometimes it would go okay, and then sometimes it wouldn't. And so and honestly, at that time, I just needed a constant emotional support because, like I said, I was going through some stuff. I mean, and I can't help it.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. I mean, I'm better now. I'm through it, but I knew I was getting better.
Time, yeah.
I knew I was getting better, but so it's just like that could legit be a reason, like why people cheat, because they don't get the emotional. Why men cheat, because they don't get the emotional support that they need. I mean, like we go out and face the world just like women do, and like we feel the pressure to be the traditional man, to go out and to achieve and to look good and to be presented well for your family. Not only that, to be
I got something
to be
I have
cool
to say next.
among your peers too. I mean, so like we just feel different kind of pressures. Not that the last one is a legit reason, but especially the one to achieve as a man, like that's a lot of pressure. Like girls will pass you up because you just ain't a man, you know what I mean? And whatever that is in their eyes, like just being
Everybody
like a traditional man, like making bukus of money or
and that pressure is
being
very
all
hard.
together. You know what I mean? Like you have to act like you have it all together when you don't.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I don't know. So like not having that, I mean, you just that pressure may make you crack. It's like, okay, some people want to have fun with them, go have fun with somebody. You know what I mean? You tripping. And whatever he may be thinking.
But I think always the question is, okay, I can see the logic in that. Okay, so maybe you need somebody else to show you. Why still hold on to the other person?
It doesn't make it right. I'm not saying it make it right, but
I'm not saying that. I'm just asking. So like, if you see that they clearly can't give you what you need anymore,
I'm not trying to take it apart.
And
Who
so-
got my charge, though? I'm gonna need that charge or something.
I have mine. It's in the car.
Let me holler at that charge.
So like that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Like people need to stop entertaining what's not for them,
Right.
and that's something I
Yeah.
had to learn.
Now, I
And
got.
so it's just like if it's not for you, then don't
I
entertain
need
it.
Well, yeah,
That's
do
just
need
how I
it. I do
feel.
need it. Okay, so I said that I wasn't gonna say this. This is really something else, but I think it helps to the topic. The other day I realized how easy it is for some men to cheat. I told Arnold about this. So I recognize.
We can't talk about it.
Yeah, I recognize how. Why you looking like that, Corey? So I Uber sometime. The podcast know about this. I Uber. So I told myself I was gonna stop, which I am. But the other day I was bored and I was just like, you know what? Might as well Uber a little bit. That was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was yesterday.
So all right. So these 4 unidentified women got in the car, and
They had their ID on them. We just ain't going to identify them.
so they were actually cute. It was 4 of them, and they was going from one casino to another. And anytime I really cannot believe I'm sharing this story, but it's just the truth. This is literally what happened. So yeah, I'll get ready to laugh. This is funny. So I always ask my clients, is there anything in particular y'all want to listen to? This by far is the funniest response I've ever got. I want to listen to Becky by Plies. And that was an old one. That was an old one. I'm like, I know this song. Like, why they want to listen to this? And so they did not know what the term meant. Well, some of them did. One didn't. And so she's over there trying to figure out, and I'm trying to keep my composure because it's so funny. She's like, what is he talking about? Is he talking about that? I know he's not talking about that. And I'm sitting there, I'm at that point. And then later on through the song, when somebody says something to kind of give it away, she was like, oh my God, they are talking about that. And at that moment, the one that in the passenger side looked at me, turned around, and I can't explain the eyes, but the eyes let me know what time it was. Mm-hmm. And then she licked her lips. And I was like, whoa. Whoa. And so at that point in time, I'm like, let me get them to the Hard Rock. And I realized.
What they look like?
Huh?
That was yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Where you Uber at?
Can you give me a description though? Can you give me a description because I had an interesting experience at the Hard Rock last night. So I just want to know what they look like.
They wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
But But
Hey, and let me tell you, all this was new to me. All this was new to me.
but when she looked at that, like that very moment, like I was not interested in what she was potentially offering. But I was like, I can kind of understand if you give a man that split second to think about some junk.
Yeah, if it was a yes or no question.
Like, and that was just me understanding some people. That's me understanding some people. So me. We're gonna have to do a part 2 to this. I forgot. Y'all was saying something earlier. Jane was like, y'all need some of this old man wisdom.
Oh,
like, but yeah. So yeah, man. I'm not exonerating men in any type of way, but at that moment, for so many years, I've been bashing cheating, and I realized that it might be a little bit harder than what you. I'm not even in a relationship, and I wasn't interested. I don't think I would have been interested anyway. But she, it was just like, huh? Oh yeah, we're talking relations. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm wearing a lot of hats right now.
So this is unrelated, but I just got a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do know that like women, we tend to move, I think, a little faster in our heads than guys, or I think that we do. So do y'all don't ever like meet somebody though and feel like that? Like just, you know what I'm saying? Like you can see the whole relationship, like, yeah, that's gonna be.
I do.
Okay, so okay, yeah.
I can see this going somewhere.
Okay.
But honestly, it's just about attraction.
Yeah, because we're playing something out, boy. Like, so if it don't work out, like in a year, like, I mean, we pretty much married. I mean, if it's going well, like we on the road, yeah. For real. Like we got kids' names. Like I keep a couple in the back of my mind. Just you might have to change it up sometime. But yeah, I always was curious to know like if guys like ever like move fast, like because I know we do. Like we talk about it all the time.
I have a timetable, like for possibilities, but it's all contingent upon how you act. Because let's say for instance, I say this. So for someone's birthday, I was the contingent of what happened in the situation. I was gonna buy a cruise. Like I was gonna buy tickets for a cruise. No, don't put that money out like that.
Ain't nobody ever took me on a cruise.
Hold on.
How much this podcast making?
No, hold on. Let's stop. First of all, this podcast ain't making nothing. But you can help that.
So
you
can
sponsor,
paid?
brother. Huh? No, you're not getting paid.
Not
I ain't
getting the check
paid.
at the end of it. Oh,
yeah. But anywho, what's my name? What my name used to be on the podcast?
Broke.
Yes, broke. I ain't got it. So just in case you think I got it, I ain't got it.
Well, fans, no spin off for Gore.
So yeah.
Next year, friend.
But that's just what I was gonna do. Yeah. Oh, whoa! Hey, stop that!
What's up?
Huh?
I was speaking of Taylor.
No,
Everybody
James,
said,
Married
"What's
at
up?"
First Sight. Like I love that show. I don't know if I could go on it. What makes me mad about that show? Let's talk about it real quick. Okay, so you going on there knowing you marrying a stranger. So what kills me is 2 weeks in when they're like, "This is a stranger. I don't know who he is." That was the whole premise of the whole show. Like y'all married. Like they be acting like they won't like do nothing together. Like that's your whole husband. Like y'all in a whole committed marriage. Like y'all are lawfully bound.
But I was watching that show the other day and I thought about something. This might be wrong, but I was thinking like for 2017, since we're talking about it, that's about the only way people wait to the marriage night to consummate their marriage
We'll
these
just
days.
get married and
Married at first sight. That's what I thought.
I thought about going on there, but I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't. I already. You said they turned you down. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was watching one the other day. They told me, "Yeah, we can afford to get this house for $4,000 a month." I'm like,
all the women making more than the men. Like every.
Oh, that's why they ain't pick me
then.
then. It was like, nope, not you. Can you buy a house?
Hey, if that's the case, then let me go see what this Mad at First Sight talking
Where,
about.
where do I sign up?
Let's go see what
They,
this is talking
they
about.
accept your application.
So that's how. Where you go play it, girl?
It was online. You just go, type it in. This is what you get to. Yeah, I really I'm dead serious.
Okay.
But you just go,
That's
type
crazy.
it in. You know, they let you apply for the year. You gotta fill stuff out, put your picture on there.
T, you want us to wrap up?
What you mean?
It's 10. And we've been going an hour.
Oh,
It's 10.
Oh.
This shit 10.
It's 11. Oh, it's 9:54.
You up now?
Yeah.
He said, "Who is around?"
But yeah, so we talked about how people meet. We talked about cheating and trifling. What? I don't know. I'm trying to think. What are you supposed to share with your partner? Like what will and not what is withholding information?
Nothing.
Huh? Nothing is withholding information?
I mean, I don't feel like you. Why shouldn't you not share something with them?
No, I was saying what is like what is a lie?
Withholding information.
Oh, withholding information.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, a lie.
Oh, Jazz say please don't stop.
Okay, so
Oh, I probably wanna.
if I ask you a question directly, like, okay, I'm trying to not put my business out there.
Okay, let's roll with it. Let's do it.
So let's say we're not officially dating, and we're like getting to that point, like we've talked for a while. So I ask you, are you talking to anyone else? But I don't get like a yes or no. It's just like, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Chanel,
God!
What do you
I hate when
mean?
guys
Like,
do
what
that.
is that? Yes or no? Like,
What's
tell me
even
yes or
worse
no.
Is when you say something like you say something to them. You like, you did this, and I seen you at the store. You did this. They're like, I wasn't even at the store. But what about the 8 things I just said? I just said you was cheating. You stole my money. You hid my purse, but you just replied and said you wasn't at the store. Like, why? I don't get it.
What
Like,
is
you didn't
that?
see that part or something.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Like,
I'd be confused. No.
oh, and then
no.
I don't like this. Like, okay, if I ask you 3 questions, I want 3 answers.
Right.
Don't-
How you just gonna skip an answer? Like,
Well,
no,
hold
I
on.
didn't even broke it up before. I try to help y'all
Okay,
as
I was
much
just
as I
gonna say
can.
you need to break this
and
up.
and it's still nothing. Like, don't do that. Like, just answer the question. Like, especially if it's yes or no. I don't see how that's hard. Like, it's either yes.
like
No,
yeah,
he may be.
I don't like that either. Like, don't try to get into
But
nuance.
that's what I'm saying.
to
I'm
yes
the type
or
of
no.
person, like, I want the whole truth. Like, and I will tell you
Nothing
that, like,
but the
I
truth.
would rather you go just break my heart if you have to, like, but don't do that. Like, don't lie or like omit
Okay.
everything. Like, let me know up front.
Okay, so like
I respect you so much more hearing it from your mouth. Like, it wouldn't be, I mean, we wouldn't be together, but it wouldn't be like no love lost like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have respect. Like, well, in the end, he kept it real. Like, you know, that's what it was.
That's
me
for
personally,
you, yeah, because
though.
it'd be some love lost with me. I'm petty.
But see, instead of don't drag me through something. Now, if you done drug me through a whole situation, like, no, I'm not with that. If you let me know up front, like,
I'm just saying, just
I'm
because
cool
you
with
told
it.
the truth
So-
don't mean I forgot.
So here's a question about, like, you said y'all were like talking, like y'all weren't dating, y'all weren't official or anything like that.
mm-hmm.
So like, is it a bad thing? Is it a bad thing to, I guess, just what you would call playing
If
the
you're trying to
field?
figure out if you're on the same page with somebody, like, but they're eluded, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get a straight answer from that person. Like, all I want to know is if we're going down the same path. Like, if I've been talking to you, like, to that point, we're not talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, a couple weeks.
Mhm.
Like, I don't jump into stuff like that no more. Like, if we're spending time together or if we're, you know, talking or, you know, whatever, we've got to know each other and we're getting to a point, I'm like, okay, so at this point, it's been going on for a while. Where are we going? Don't come at me with no vague
Hey.
answers. Like,
And
So to me, that's just like
But
no.
would you-
And I'm just gonna leave it alone. At that point, I'm gonna shut down. Like I'm
So
not.
like what I'm asking though is if he was talking to you and somebody else,
Mhm.
was that a problem?
No,
Like,
just
yeah.
let me know. Like
But
I
would you
would rather
bounce?
know.
Would you bounce though, or would you be like, oh, we can still see where it goes?
No, I would try to figure out, like, that's what I'm saying. That's if you're trying to get to that point, like, I'm trying to figure out where we're going. So if I don't know what you got going on, I can't say what I would do or how I would feel.
I got you.
You're not giving me the opportunity to say, oh, well, you know, we can try this or try that. Like,
I got you. That's all
Yeah.
I want to know.
but yeah, so I feel like, I mean, omissions to me pretty much gonna chop up to a lie or whatever I was thinking in my head, which is probably the worst case scenario, which it may not be that at all. That's what I'm gonna jump to. Like, that's what I feel. That's gonna be my truth at that point.
Hold on a second before you say something. If you finish.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people on live right now. If
Uh-huh.
y'all have any questions that y'all would like addressed, please ask them now, and I will make sure that they're moderated to whoever. I would try to. It's kind of hard to read these, but yeah, I'll let us. Okay, Marcus. What's your Marcus?
I forgot now because we started dancing and you started talking. So.
Why you start dancing?
Hey.
Hey, she had the A going too. Hey, let's go. Yeah.
What were we talking
So-
about?
I know what I was
hold
going
on.
to say. I was switching the subject though. I was going to switch the subject a little bit.
You was on
The
something.
topic.
Well, I was about to say because you said something about talking. So this talking stage, what is appropriate and not appropriate for this talking stage? Because one of my friends, I'm not going to call out the individual, but during the talking stage was talking to a whole lot, and I called them trifling.
Like, what do you mean as far as how many people?
Hey, that ain't on me. Not on me at all. Okay. So
That's what I was asking her though. I was trying to ask her,
What?
like, is it okay to talk to multiple?
I feel if you're not committed, yeah. Like, I mean, I
Like-
might be talking to people, you might be talking to people. I'm just saying we should be on the same page. Like, I would
I don't
prefer,
do that.
honestly.
Yeah, like generally,
I
like
talked
I
to
wasn't
one
like
person.
that before, but then like I'm finding out like that people talking to multiple people. I'm like, well,
But that's what I'm saying. If you're having that conversation, if you feel like you're on that level with somebody where you want to talk to them exclusively, you want to know if they on that level with you as well. So if I'm trying to get that information out of you and you're evading my questions, like I'm gonna feel like, okay, so you're either interested in somebody else or you don't want to move forward with me. So I'm a chill. Like
I just move away
regardless
from
of what your
confusion.
answer really is, if you're not answering my question, like I'm done.
T, you better command this podcast.
I'm just saying, like,
all right. So I want. Are we still talking about this? Sure. Because well, no, like the talking and thing. Because I wanted to talk about like overreacting, like when you, because you talk about like honesty and stuff.
yeah.
Like, what about when, like, because I'm pretty sure it's pretty common that if somebody's honest with you, that you're gonna overreact. I don't have a specific scenario in my mind.
I think it
but-
depends.
Well, what you have to explain what you mean by overreacting, because I don't feel like I overreact. Like if you tell me something, I'm just gonna be like, okay. Like, so what is overreacting to you? Like, what do you mean overreacting?
Overreacting is getting pissed. Like,
I mean, well,
and
you
like,
can't be mad about
No, I'm not
how
saying
somebody
like being
feel.
like, I'm saying like being pissed and like blowing off the handle. Like, and then staying pissed for like long periods of time.
So I'm
That's
saying
overreacting.
that's fair though, because if you did something to somebody, you can't. Like, and that's another thing, like a lot of people do, like, you can't make me feel how you want me to feel. Like, you can't make me be over something you did to me.
You
like,
control,
I can feel how
you
I
control
feel.
your actions, not my
Right,
reaction.
like, you can't make me feel a certain type of way or be mad that I feel some type of way about something you did to me. I'll get over it when I get over it. Like, as long as, I'm saying, but that's true. Like, you just can't get over stuff like that.
Bishop T.D. Jake said something one time, and he was actually talking about men to women, but it works both ways, in saying that you need to give that person enough time to get over. The same time it took you to mess up, you need to give them the same time to get over. So if you was cheating over a 2-month process, you better not drop that load on her in a day and expect her to get over it. Nah.
Yeah, that I wasn't talking about cheating.
I was just saying, that was just an example I was saying.
So like, if you are you talking like in a situation like if people are talking
Yeah,
in the talking phase, and they ask, "Are you talking to somebody else?"
Yeah.
And you say, "Well, yeah," and then they just lose it, or you talking something like that.
Like you just like.
Well,
Or like even if y'all are dating though, like cause some people are like super emotional and like when you say something they just like.
Well, you should know that about that person already. That's the point I keep getting at. If you know I'm emotional.
yeah, you better send a tweet.
He said you better send a tweet.
Don't pull up on.
So you want me to talk about our relationship?
Don't pull up on.
Like, I don't know. I'm confused.
No, like I feel like it's always gonna depend on the person. Just like she was saying, like if you've talked to that person long enough to know, I mean, you probably know how they'll react to certain situations. And a lot of times, now a lot of my guy friends, like I feel like all y'all are really smart, but y'all dumb too. Like it's like you said, it's about the wording. Like you know what I'm saying? It's how you word stuff. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta know how you can approach that person or how to put it.
Like you got to treat
In
them
a
how they
manner
are.
where
Like,
it can be received.
Hold up on the slick though. We not just gonna gloss over the fact that she said a lot of your guy friends and it's 4
No,
of us.
I said I feel like all y'all smart.
Okay, I just but
Yeah, but I'm
you
saying
said y'all dumb too.
because I'm
just-
saying like I know like men aren't dumb, but they're dumb.
Raheem still in there? I know he got something to say. What's up, Raheem?
I don't know if he in here.
I thought he said he joined.
But yeah, I'm just saying like you should know your words carry a lot of weight. Like people be talking about that words can't hurt you, but I mean
Words hurt.
Yeah, I mean, so
Words hurt.
a lot of stuff is the delivery. A lot of stuff is that person. Like I said, I'm coming into any situation looking for honesty. So if you give me honesty, I'm gonna receive it. Well, like even if it's something that hurt me, I would rather your honesty.
Well,
up
why
front.
my boy ain't get a third date?
I gave him a second chance after the first lie. I wasn't about to go into a third one. Yeah, like
Barely
and then
two.
too, it depends.
His stuff was heavy.
Yeah.
But it
I'm
depends
just
how far you
talking.
are in the
I'm just
relationship
talking. Married.
too. Like, so if this is, you know what I'm saying, something going on in the beginning, as opposed to y'all been together like a year or two, you're gonna take a little more. You know what I'm saying? If y'all invested a year in the relationship, but if you're coming out, if we're talking about just dating now, and you coming with all this bull,
Oh,
you
yeah,
giving me
that's
too much in the
dead.
beginning. Like, so what am I gonna expect in the end? I'm thinking it's just gonna get worse and worse.
Okay.
I
Okay.
feel some type of way about
So-
that too. Oh, you go ahead.
I just some Jazz commented and she said y'all
boo?
expect us not to get mad over anything. So I just wanted to give the men in the
Tell the
room
truth.
an opportunity to say something
I've been talking too much. I'm gonna let one of y'all.
But that's what I said earlier though. Like when y'all do stuff, we just emotional. Like so when you get mad, it's like, well, what you mad for? But you already know you done just messed up.
Right.
Like, all the way, like the world. You done messed up the world, and we expect y'all not to do nothing. Like
And then,
don't even say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Just take it, baby, and go on about the business.
and like I said earlier, like we're already progressed in the relationship, in our heads anyway. So where something might not be a big deal to y'all, we may take it more because we either, saw the potential of where we were going, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
you
it's a
halfway
bigger
down
blow
the
to
aisle.
us, yeah, because we thinking like, oh, we on this good straight and narrow path, like
Yeah.
everything good,
And
it's
we
all
on the
golden.
beach with our side chicken
Yeah,
out here. That's what it is.
exactly.
That's what it is.
So I think it depends. Yeah, I mean, it just depends. There's so many factors that can.
Nah, just
affect
keep
how
it
you-
cool, Jazz. Just keep it cool. We don't want to hear it.
She said we already married with 4 kids and a mortgage
Yeah,
after
yeah.
date 2.
Yeah. And
If you cool, yeah, because it be so rare.
we on the beach with our side
He bought me
chicken. Y'all
dessert.
married.
So
You know.
first of all, you said something about dessert. No, I'm not gonna put that out there. What's that?
I would say we do overreact sometimes because if the guy makes us feel like we're so important.
Get on the mic.
Someone commented, we do overreact sometimes because if the guy makes us feel like we are so important to them, and then they like, oh, I'm talking with someone else, we do feel like we're losing our time.
Ooh, that's another thing. Why y'all like everywhere? Not y'all, but most y'all like everybody y'all talk. like most men like everybody they talk to. Like I'm not against if you dating, you know, do your thing. You want to talk to multiple people, do your thing. But they like everybody they talk to. You can't like everybody you talk to. You want to make everybody feel special. Want to do this for everybody. Then you get mad when somebody feels special. Like, well, we just talking. And I'm like, are we? I don't know what we doing at this point because I'm confused.
Look, I'm not gonna say that because I don't have enough money to entertain multiple people. Like
me three.
Like I said earlier, I'm not that old man from the '60s.
You're talking about a cruise, though.
Huh?
Yeah,
for
you
one
did. We heard
individual.
Hey,
So one individual
you can
is
entertain
something.
a couple for a cruise.
Huh?
Okay, a few.
Well, look, I ain't even trying to do it. I'm not even trying to go to a couple movies.
Oh, God.
Like,
Not even on a Tuesday?
Huh?
$5 on Tuesday?
Huh?
It's $5
I
on
mean,
Tuesday.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of things that go into this me not cheating thing. It's not right, but at the same time, you know. Yeah.
I have another question then. All right, so like, cause I brought it up earlier, like, what's acceptable to talk about? Like, do y'all have like this like no rules, like unacceptable things to talk about on the first date? Like, what would be one?
I just talk about, but I don't know. I'm kind of like a go with the flow type person anyway.
I'm good. Arnold gonna call.
I'm just checking. Like, are there any forbidden topics on the first date for you?
Not me. I just go with the flow. Whatever we talk about, we talk about.
So if he asks you what your credit score is,
Nah, okay.
I'm asking what his is. Like, okay, let's talk about credit scores then.
Nah, I'm like,
I got it right up.
I'm like, you want to know too much. I'm a bounce. No, but like, I think like, cause I'm bad at small talk. I cannot small talk to save my life.
Me either. I'm just like, let's just get to
the
it.
most
So
boring thing, the most boring date ever because
so what's your favorite color?
basically,
I don't have one.
How about those Cavaliers? How's the weather? Good weather outside.
Well, the weather outside is frightful.
Okay, Christmas. Take us there. Wait, ain't that a Christmas song?
So,
Let it snow.
Let it snow.
Tim been waiting to sing on the mic
Let
since
it
the first
snow.
podcast.
I mean, turn my music up.
Turn me up in the
I
phone.
can't. Yeah. Oh, y'all made me forget what I was about to say. What was talking about?
What's acceptable? I think that's what we're still talking about. Yeah.
Oh, I feel like pretty much everything. Now, hold on. Wait a minute.
Not address though. What's your address?
How many bowel movements do you have a
You
day?
didn't get my address.
That's just gross.
What you
I
say?
think you
How
don't
many bowel
know.
movements do you have? That's just weird anyway. Like, you tripping, I'm going to go.
But no. Huh?
wait, you got it. Somebody else said something. Come on.
Y'all keep making me forget what
I'm
my
sorry.
thing was. Go ahead and go to that. I don't remember. I'm a thing.
Okay. So, Mandy said, is it acceptable for people in a committed relationship to have friends of the opposite sex
No.
No.
that they do
Unless
stuff
they
with, that they do stuff with without you?
No.
Well, if we gotta know. We gotta know the friend.
Yeah.
Like,
Not no new friends.
Yeah.
No new friends.
If I've known them since I've known you, then yeah. But if you just pop up like, yeah, me and Betty going, no, you and Betty not going nowhere. Oh, like, what? But it's like that's being your friend because I have a lot of guy friends, so
Me too.
I've never really tripped on guys having girlfriends because I mean,
you just have
it's
to
like
let it
that
be known.
sometimes, yeah.
Because
And then, like they said, it can't be nobody new. Like since I've known you, this has been your friend, cool. But it's not gonna be no. Hey, I just met Susan last week. We about to go out. No, you.
no,
and
this is
Susan
our
not
friend.
gonna go out.
Like in my last relationship, me and T went and did stuff, went and watched movies and stuff like. You remember that time
Yeah.
we went to the wing
Oh, yeah,
spot?
we did.
Like, so it's like, hey, as long as they know, like, be respectful about stuff. That's all you got to do is be respectful.
Yeah, I think it's okay too if like, cause even if y'all were friends prior, I still don't think like if you're in a relationship, then that friend should not be a bigger priority than the person you're in a relationship with.
Nah, it shouldn't be like
that's
that.
When,
Man,
that's when
Ryan knows about us. Ryan knows about us.
I think it's just about prioritizing at that point, like because like if they're a bigger priority, then
We're talking
Then that ain't-
relationship.
Well,
that
anybody
ain't-
that want to
that
hang out
ain't
with
it.
their
Relationships
friend more
in
than their
2017.
significant other weird anyway. But you know, I'd rather be my boyfriend than a girl. Just saying.
But yeah, no new friend. Like you not coming to me like, oh yeah, I met this chick at work. She real cool. We about to go. Y'all ain't about to go. We not even us. Not even all three of us. Like
you wouldn't say that. You'd be like, oh, so what we finna go? That's
yeah. But then after I think about it, I'm be like, nah. Who is she? Like I don't like her. I ain't feeling it.
Oh, you got a slider. You said this your sister? I'll be like, oh, well, why we going here again?
Like, but yeah, no, I don't like barely the old friends for me. The only reason I think I can let the old friend thing make it is just because like I'm friends with most of y'all. Yeah. So like I know like we do stuff, so I wouldn't want them like to trip. So that's why I can say like an old person. But it's somebody new I ain't never heard of, I ain't never met before. Like they just out the blue. Oh yeah, this is my home girl from back in 4th grade. Nah, let her stay back in 4th grade.
I got a question.
What if this is for the ladies then? Even the ones watching. So what if your fella say, yo, like, I don't trust this dude. He like a slick Rick character, like.
Well, that's like a right, yeah, that's like a respect thing though. Like if your significant other feels some type of way about somebody you hang out with and they have reason to, then I mean you shouldn't. You know the song. Well, I don't know if I can say that.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Wait, okay, go ahead. I have a question.
Have you ever been in that predicament and continued to talk to that individual that your significant other didn't like?
No, I never had an issue with my significant other not liking somebody I hung around.
Get to the mic. What about you? That same.
I mean, I think I put my friends on the back burner a little bit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think, like most of my friends, like we cool. So like if I'm in a relationship, they not gonna be pressing me to just, you know what I'm saying? Like do nothing anyways. Like they would respect that. So I don't even think it would be a big deal.
Like just being honest, I remember when I first met T. I'm like, T my friend. And I'm in a relationship at the time. It ain't nothing going on there. But what I did is I eased T into the fold. And T became our friend. Now still more my friend, but our friend.
Okay.
Yeah. But anywho, it's like that's the case. So it's like I would create like group setting things. So cool. Game night at the house, everybody come through. Like that's the type of stuff. Like you have to do stuff and move in a respectful manner. And I don't think you have much of that in 2017.
Mm-mm. No, I mean, excuse me. Yeah, something.
I was just thinking that.
But yeah, like I think that's like
right, I know, but I still say
respectful or whatever. Like I still, I don't know how you made it with a new friend, but that's, I mean, hey.
I mean, it can happen. Like switch jobs, you might find a new friend. You know, it just. I mean, I'm saying it's possible. Yeah, I mean, think about it. You haven't known him all your life. Y'all became friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's not possible for them to get a new friend. But like he said, like it'll have to be not like y'all going out alone. Like we'll have to do stuff together. Like he throws stuff at his house. Everybody could come kick it, get to know each other that way. But.
So I say everything. Like even that time you came to my house when we talked about music. Like, hey, Terrence us D coming. Like that's just how I am.
So what's reasonable suspicion or reasonable cause for the guy to be like, I'm not comfortable with it? Like, because he may give you something that makes complete sense in his mind. Because honestly, guys know how guys are, and so when stuff adds up, like 1 + 1 = 2, and that's what it looks like, and more than likely. And absolutely, 1 + 1 is going to equal 2 in our mind. So,
like, I think it's the same way around too. Like, we can see, like, to you might like meet a new girl or woman or whatever, and you just thinking like y'all cool, but we clearly see like, oh, you know, she into him or whatever. Whereas y'all can see, you know, maybe like if a guy is into us or if it's more than we thinking that it is. Like, so I think. Both parties sometimes can be a little naive, like, and like me and Jazz say this all the time. Like, I'm like guys that I actually like. I'm just weird. I can't like really flirt with them. But dudes that I don't even like for real, like, it comes off as like I'm flirting with them, but I'm I'm not. So
I'm the same
I
way.
can give out the wrong impression. You know what I'm saying? To a guy that I'm not even like into like that. So, I mean, I think you have to respect the person that you're with to know, especially if you know they got your best interest. Like, I mean, you got to kind of respect where they coming from. So I think at the end, like, that's what it kind of boiled down to. It's like, it's going to be a respect thing. Like, you just got to know. Now, if you're dealing with somebody that's just been jealous from the jump, and I mean, it just really don't matter. I mean, you got to kind of know that too. So I think it's just like a situational thing. But for the most part, I think it's just like a respect thing. Like, if you got a problem with it and we together, yeah,
Basically.
like you got to fix it.
And I would say like the causes are like you could tell like what you said. What are like reasons that we think like that would make him uncomfortable to feel like we could hang around our friends? I would say like basically like how much you talk, because like I had a situation like that. I had a boyfriend and he was cool with one of my other friends or whatever. I really wasn't tripping about it because I'm just like, okay, whatever. I was friends with one of his friends too. It's not nothing. So they would, but it started to be like, no, really. I'm like, no, because we all knew each other already. But it had got to a point where like I would call him and he would be on the phone with her, you know, like stuff like that. Like that's weird. Like why are y'all even on the phone like that for one? And then like I don't know, it's just weird. Like the amount of time that they talk, that's one thing you can tell. Like the type of conversations that they have and like how much they're together, and if they're together without you a lot. That would be a reason for me for him to feel like, you know, together. Like what you got going on. But
to be real, there have been times in which my significant other at the time has called and I was on the phone with Terry. But the thing is, how I feel in that situation, if you on the phone with the individual and I call, oh, it ain't no let me call you back. I don't care what y'all can be on there talking about how y'all finna come up on a million.
And that's how it was. That's what I'm saying. Like they was on some more stuff. Like that's what I'm trying to like. I understand that, but they was on the phone. Like I'm on the phone with this person. Let me call you back. Like no, you're not gonna call me back.
Okay. Hey, yeah, I just feel them on that. Ain't no call you back. Ain't no. It's hey.
Like matter of fact, it ain't even no click over. Let me finish. No, let me end the conversation. Like no, soon you see me pop up on that screen, hey, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Basically.
See,
like, okay,
and I know I'm not crazy because I seen everybody here in the room nod at the same time. What about this though? So people talk about the 80-20 rule. What do y'all think about that? So it's like if there's 80% of what you want in a significant other, do you quit that to go searching for that 100%?
No. Because nobody is gonna be 100% like what you want. Like she was saying earlier, like you got to take people's like good and bad. So if they have most of the good that you want, I mean, everybody gonna have like their own issues or whatever. So you're not gonna go over. That's like the grass is green on the other side. Yeah, their grass might be greener, but they might also have like a bug problem. You know what I'm saying? Like you know,
a bug
There's roaches in the house.
I'm saying like because on the outside it's looking good, but you get over there and they only got 20% good and 80 bad. You know what I'm saying?
The roaches in the house.
Yeah, like
it just depends on you. Just gotta choose
exactly.
the bad stuff you want to deal with.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's what a lot of people do though, is just search for, especially back to like the social media thing or whatever. You see these personas or these profiles that might look like, oh, well, this person got, you know, what I want. But yeah, so you're interested, you're intrigued by this person or whatever. And then, you know, y'all start talking and you see this nothing really there or whatever. So now you've messed up a good thing chasing some, you know, Instagram model that, you know, can't really provide you nothing.
About a quarter.
Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't.
Life anyway because she's stealing pictures off Google. Just saying. But
catfish.
So this right here is a real thing. So I'm gonna ask the question. I'm addressing this to the men in the room.
I only got to say something one time.
There are a lot of. Well, hold on. This is addressed to everybody because men are starting to jump into that arena of not rumpers, but wearing like fake hair, like so, like so.
That is a thing.
So I was about
They
to
got
say,
fake buns.
like if women got injections and stuff. Hold on, did I throw you off? I'm just saying, like if she has, I don't even know how to ask this question. I think you feel where I was going though. Like, so she has injections and all of these things in that nature, and she's stunting for the gram, and that ain't really her. And she's kind of dealing with some insecurities there. What are you like? The real? What are your? What, you don't want to answer that question?
No.
I don't even know if that was a question. I just said a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's.
What's your opinion on that? You ain't going there on.
I have one.
What you got?
I have an opinion. For one, like it's not that fake stuff is bad, but I guess like injections wear off. Like anything that you can take off or that wears off, I don't like. I'd rather see you for who you are the first time. You know what I mean? Like, cause I don't want to be caught off guard. That's how I would feel. Like I'd be caught off guard.
I feel
honestly, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But as far as insecurities go, if you can't face your insecurities, then that ain't it either. Like, cause that's just a headache times 10. If you just have an insecure person walking around.
Everything
upset all the time.
Yourself, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if you don't love yourself, like my leg too big, so I'm like, come on, man, just go running or something. You know, like if I look in the mirror and say my nose too big, I need to go to the doctor and Michael Jackson it, and I just don't love myself. That's just too much. That's just too much. Did I throw a shot? I mean, I got a big nose. I ain't know. My bad. Let me look at it. I ain't gonna throw no more shots. My bad. But it's just all in how you love yourself.
Arnold?
Oh, I completely agree. Like, I mean, you just gotta do you. I ain't really got nothing to say about it.
Jazz says that men don't have the same thing to live up to as women, though, and I agree with that. The only thing that. What?
In what regard?
Because I don't think that
how we present ourselves.
I don't think that. Well, never mind. I can't say that women don't look at men's bodies, but I don't think that we're as objectified as. Well, hold on. Someone
y'all
thinks.
Gotta be kidding me. Women check y'all. Y'all are fooling yourselves if you think women don't check men. Terry, I know when you see something you like God, and you be checking it.
Like, well, his butt not this big and his chest not that wide and his muscles not big enough for this.
Not every guy's superficial like that. We see a girl and if she got a nice butt, we're gonna acknowledge she's got a nice butt.
But what if she doesn't?
If she doesn't, she got a flat booty, and that's it.
So that's what you got to say, brother girl.
She just got a flat.
Hold up.
I don't go around like flat butt, big butt. I don't do that. I don't do that. So,
where did this go?
Well.
Like women judge men too. Like there's pressure for both parties to look good.
I still think it's hard on women though.
Like really, like if a guy is dirty, like if a guy is dirty, maybe. Like, but then too, I kind of look at that as, you know, like maybe he just got off work, like he worked around dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't think I really just judge. Now I have a type.
T. I know you, so I got a question.
What?
So I know that you have this thing for beards.
Yes.
Is that a deal breaker?
No.
So if he don't
now
never...
if we start talking and you got a beard and I like your beard and then I come you got the baby face one day, like what's that about? Like I don't understand that.
What happened?
So I mean, but if I no, it's not a deal breaker, but that's my preference.
Oh, hold on, Jazz. Hold on, Jazz.
Are we done?
Wait, what you saying?
Jazz, I do not agree with you on that. Jazz says women will try to fix a man, but a woman has to be complete. Maybe with some men, but I don't agree with that.
But she said
Women will try to fix a man, but
saying like we'll work with you like more. Like so let's say if you're a little rougher around the edges, like we gonna try to help you like
and women not always
buy a
gonna try to
shirt
do
here
that.
and there.
I'm not saying I'm not speaking from
right.
from
So
personal
I think what
experience.
she's
I'm
saying
just
is like most guys like, which I guess is a good thing, but I'm just gonna say like a guy has never like tried to like invest that into me as far as like, oh well let me, help you with this. Like whereas guy like I know I've talked to guys where like I'm like, well, like you don't try to like change them, but you want them to like maybe look better. So you know what I'm saying? Like you try to spruce them up a little bit, not changing their like personality, but I mean we'll work with you if you look a little rough, but like
I personally, I don't
think it works either way. Like, because like if that's not who they are, then it's not who they are. Like for example, if you like, I've been shopping with somebody before, like I was dating, and we got some clothes. I was like, yeah, you look nice, and they wanted my opinion. I don't mind doing it. Like, I want you to look sexy in it. You want to look sexy in it. In the store, they were feeling it.
what if she wants you to wear a rumple?
No. She no. I have to be comfortable with it. But no.
Hey, but the crazy thing is, I asked a question in my head, and you turned around and said no.
you asked it out loud.
No, I asked another question in my head, and he turned around and said no again.
No. Well, but like it's just like it's like when we bought it, she didn't wear it because she was insecure. She was like, I don't look good in this anymore. Like I don't feel like so I just think. Go ahead, like, and like this may be a thing where I'm just like missing.
No,
it
I'm
with,
saying I understand what you're saying. You saying it to the point where like they trying to change you to make you like what they want you to be. But I think she was getting more at like it don't even have to be like about clothes. Like say it's a person like about their outer appearance. Like say it's something about your boyfriend or whatever. Like let's see, I'm trying to think of a situation to say. No, I can't go there. Hold on.
Go there. Go there.
Oh, but even with the clothes situation, like you like she went got the clothes, she didn't like them, she wasn't comfortable. Like it's ways like you have to do stuff and still make it like okay for them. Like if somebody just trying to like, oh, you gonna wear this and I don't care if you like it, like that's not a person you need to be with anyways. Because there's ways where you can find things that you like on them that they will like on themselves too. So it don't have to just be like, like, oh, you go wear this because I don't like how you dress. Like, but it's nothing wrong with trying to help somebody look better. Because like my friend, she has a boyfriend. Sorry, I'm stopped up. I know I sound weird. She have a boyfriend and he kind of dressed like, he has like money and stuff, but the way he dressed, like he just looked like, I don't know, like I don't want to call it no certain thing, but it just don't look right or whatever. So she tried to help him because there's a lot of stuff he trying to do, and like with his image, she like so she's really trying to do it to better him because how he comes off and what he's trying to do it
don't match.
Speaking.
So she's trying to help him in that way. We're not saying like just because I don't like your green shirt, I'm about to go buy you white t-shirts now, and that's what you gonna wear. Like
I was just saying like.
Like it's not them. Like for instance, like does he still wear the clothes though? Like does he wear them?
Yeah, he'll try. He don't like them, but he's tried to wear them though. And she don't. If he don't like it, she be like, okay, I'm not gonna make you do it.
I understand both sides because again, someone that I used to date, I remember I was out of town with her and she was she was at orientation for her new job. And I wasn't expecting to go in there. So I was just expecting to drop her off. I got on basketball shorts and a hoodie. And she was like, oh, you can come in. I'm just in the computer lab. So I'm in there with all her coworkers and everything in basketball shorts and a hoodie. So I needed to grow up from that. But at the same time, I want to be comfortable in my own skin. So I just found out a way to be more comfortable and act my age at the same time.
And I think
but I'm gonna still pull out the basketball shorts in the hoodie. And now and then I just gotta know where I'm going.
The notion I don't think is unheard of. Like you've heard like songs or just you've heard women say that they have gotten like a man to like a certain status, like they've helped him like to build him and help him grow or whatever, and then like usually in like a song, or if you hear it in media, like, you know, they've gotten them or helped them to this status, and then they like drop them, like, you know, like they never did anything, like they didn't contribute anything. So I think that's kind of what she's talking about, like where we'll take the time and we'll help you, like build you up, you know what I'm saying? Like we try to help you get to where you're going, but I think that's just kind of a part of like what women do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we gonna try to like nurture and like grow you into something. I mean, I know men can do that too, like men can help women like grow along the way, but I think that's kind of like what she's talking about, whereas we'll try to help you to become the whole package, but if we turn around and we're not that package,
y'all
like,
just
it's
like
not that you
know
just
off
like
the
trying
rip,
to help us. Yeah, it's like, oh well, you know what I'm saying, you ain't what I like, you done got to this status, now you're like, oh well, you know what I'm saying, you dress like this, I don't like how. Like, and even I think too on the negative side of it, if a man does try to like start to like change a woman or like mold her into something different, like it look controlling. Like when you had like Kim and Kanye got together, he started changing the way she dressed. Like people went crazy, like, oh well, he trying to control her. He, you know, putting her in these type of clothes. But clearly she didn't mind. Like she felt like, you know what I'm saying, that it was something to kind of step her game
because
up.
a relationship is a compromise.
Yeah.
And that's what most people don't understand.
I don't really want to say it, but it's just a good point. Like, I
Get the mic if you're gonna start to say it.
On the flip side, it is considered like it's controlling. Like if the man attempts at it, so it's just that's a good point.
But that we're gonna say that double standard for later for the He-Man woman hater episode. Yeah, yeah. We bringing it all out on the line. I'm so ready for this episode. It's gonna be a response. It's gonna be a response, and then it's gonna be one where we all come in and we're gonna talk together. So it's gonna be a response.
Oh, I like your watch. Oh no, that's
But man, don't be
none of your business.
none. Oh, hit you with the none.
Yeah, exactly.
Then got the chewing the gum.
Oh.
Still fresh. They had it since he came in. It ain't got hard yet. That must be that Trident. Exactly, Trident don't get.
Hold on, we're
What's
gonna
happening?
put the
Y'all
camera on
dropping
this footsies.
Nah, I drew it.
Oh, he had crossed it.
If you ever cross that line, I guarantee there would be nothing to save you. Y'all remember that? Akon. Yeah. He took the royalties from that song and put lights in Africa. Shout out to Akon. That's
So sweet.
Oh. Okay.
What you said you can't stand me?
No.
What?
I'm about to say like,
I'll tell you
hey,
that if I couldn't stand.
Anybody got anything else
man,
you want to add?
shoot, get a mic to Arnold real quick. Let's hear something from Arnold. I ain't heard Arnold say nothing. Just say
Okay.
something. Just let the people know you got a voice, son.
Well,
On this.
like in the first podcast, like we actually went over what defines a relationship, what is a relationship in 2016. So I guess we can kind of go over what is a relationship in 2017.
I think things have progressively got no, I can't say it's not right for me to say that something has progressively got worse, is it?
Oh, I
Because
agree.
Yeah, it kind of get worse and worse.
But isn't that like digressively? I'm tired. It's past my
about relationships in 2016 or 17.
trifling. It's people.
I just feel like
think-
people don't take them serious.
Huh?
Like,
I think it's more like it's worse.
I just feel like relationships are nothing now. Like, everybody who I know in relationships, most of them, all of them cheat. Like, they really don't respect each other. I feel like people just get in relationships now because it looks cool now. Like, on social media, everybody have boyfriends. You see people, they in Miami, they going on vacations. You know, and they want to do the same thing they doing because it looks cool.
Man,
like,
hold
people
up.
are
Hold
literally
up.
following,
Hold up.
like,
Who cheating in this instance?
In
Please
this
tell me it's
instance-
the person that's paying for Miami and not the person that's going to Miami.
both of them. Like,
Okay.
that's how most relationships are
Well,
now.
not,
Like,
not to say that either one is right or wrong,
right.
but if I done broke bread for this
Yeah.
Miami
But
trip
I'm
and
just
I
saying,
find
like,
out you cheating,
they just see the stuff on social media, so whoever, like, and then I feel like people don't really care. Like, they just go with whoever want to go with them. Like, I'm just not that type of person. Like, I'm
Jazz.
just not gonna just go with somebody just because. So I don't know. I just feel like they don't really take them serious. They just do it.
Jazz has a lot to say on this. She said, that everybody wants one for social media, which y'all said that, and everyone wants a vacation.
Yeah, for real. Like, that's really what it is. Like, they just get with people so they can fit in and do whatever. They don't even really be liking each other. Like,
Okay.
people just go together. They go together.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all saw that pilot was a show that they're trying to get off the ground for Side Chicks of Charlotte.
Man,
Now, just me being honest,
kind of stuff
I
I'm
know.
talking about.
Me being around men my whole life, that's why men will do that. What y'all alluded to earlier in saying, I know that Negro, I know what's on his mind. I don't want you around him because I know that there are men out there who will look at the fact that, oh, she in a relationship. Oh, I'm finna try and I'm gonna get her. Like, so with that, dang, I done lost where I was going. I was going somewhere and I done got pulled over by the police.
Like that's why when men say like they don't necessarily care for that dude, that they know what he's thinking. Is that where you're going with it?
What? I don't start looking at comments now.
I'll say this. I'll say this, like as to regard to what you're saying, like people don't take him serious. Like I think like if you go back and forth with an idea of whether or not you want to be in a relationship, don't be in one because clearly you're not gonna be committed to it. Like for personally me right now, I go back and forth with it. Like some days it sounds good and some days it doesn't. And so it's just like, yo, look, I'd rather call Arnold, call Kima, like, yo, y'all want to go kick it, y'all want to go out, let's go do that instead. Like I don't want to be in a relationship right now. I wouldn't be that invested in it. I can't say that for sure, but like it depends on the person. But as far as going back and forth with it, I think people just need to stay away from confusion.
I got a good question.
Really?
This is something that I hate, but I asked the question on Facebook the other day. Do you feel like there's something in your system that you have to get out? Like when people say I got to get this cheating out of my system.
No,
like,
you don't have to get cheating out of their system. But if you want, if that's your excuse for saying you want to go sleep with a whole bunch of women, like I said, don't get in a relationship.
You're not gonna do that double standard thing.
Don't get
a whole lot of men too.
Don't get in a relationship. Don't get in a relationship. Just go do your thing. Like that's as easy as that. Like there are plenty of people with whatever you're looking for. Don't drag a woman or a man through that.
That's my take.
Especially when we live in 2017. Here's my real thing. Like when I'm encouraging people, telling them that you can actually be what you want to be, what you desire to be. You don't have to, if you don't want to work a dead end job, you don't have to work a dead end job. Do what you love, and hey, that's me out there giving that good. But do what you love and find your audience. People will pay you to do stuff. Like me and T talk about it all the time. It's a dude out there that will that will allow you to pay him to cuddle with you.
Yep. Just
to cuddle.
Hugs.
Like, so if that's the case, you got some people out there who literally don't mind being in these open relationships. Go find them, bro.
Right. That makes sense.
Go find them. And then if you want to be in a committed relationship, do that. I just feel like we live in a day and time, not saying that that's right, but I'm just saying that it's out there. It's reality. So if it's reality, if that's the reality that you want, go find that reality. Don't put somebody through stuff that they're not asking for. Because somebody said earlier, somebody said that, I think someone said that women, once they get to that point where they start doing a lot of cheating, that it's because they done had their heart broken. It's the same thing for men. Like men, for the most part, it starts off with that heartbreak.
People just do what they want to do. That's what I think. And everybody try to blame it on something. But you cheating because you want to be cheating. You're not cheating because your heart broke. You cheating because you feel like getting up and going to cheat. That's for anybody.
Yeah.
People always try to blame it on something like, oh, well, I need to get this out of my system. Oh, well, Ladarius broke my heart last month. No, if you just doing what you want to do. That's the first thing that came to my head.
I'm with you on that.
But
when you said that, it made me think about that Kevin Hart where he was like, "Oh, I was just."
It just came to my head. I don't know why I said that, but
we got some questions on here. I don't think I see Mandy's, but
it's up there.
Re-ask it.
The first one I see is from Lauren.
Oh, it's a bunch. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't mean to leave y'all out like that.
Her says, most people in our generation have kids. Is that a deal breaker for singles without kids?
You gotta have. I'll do one kid. I used to do no kids, but I do one kid.
This day and age, my bad. You want to go?
Oh, I was just gonna say maybe 1, 2 max.
Everybody got kids, so I mean, go with it. Now it start getting 4, 5.
Yeah.
6, 7. I give them 3 though. I give them 3.
If they have twins, 3.
I give them 3.
Three is an established family.
And you don't have
I want to have my own kids.
Yep.
3 in the established. Kids aren't a deal breaker.
Well, see, if I can be real, something that I've always wanted, because in everything that I do, I want to be an example to the generation under us. And I feel like when it comes time for us to get married, marriage is it's gonna be a thing of the past. It already is kind of a thing of the past. That's why I respect when I see people our age married, even though I'm not there yet. So what I've always wanted was a nuclear family. That man, that woman, those children. But the older I get, when it's slim pickings, you got to start changing a little bit. Now, if you got 3, 4, 5, then you need to go ahead and find you another dude with 3, 4, 5, and y'all need to have y'all own Brady Bunch. But I will do one. I would do one.
You go, then I'm gonna go.
I was just gonna say, I just kind of what Keemon was saying. I used to feel like that too. Like I just always wanted to be like my first kid was his first kid, because I kind of feel like it's unfair in a way. And I know it's probably not, in reality, but I just feel like it's unfair in a way to my child. Like if you already have a child, this is gonna be my first child, so it's special to me. But I feel like it's not as special for you because you already have a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't already have a child together. Like, we didn't do this together and learn this together. So I always feel some type of way about that. But, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not just going to be like, no, you have kids. Disgusting. Like, I don't really mind. But you can't have, like... no, I'm just saying. I'm not going to be like that. But you can't have, like, a lot of kids and I don't have any. That just... Okay. I mean, that don't mix
Can I pause it for a minute? For y'all women, I would say that it's different. The reason why I say it's different, because the booger got kids and he ain't taking care of them kids.
I don't want to be nobody who will take care of their kids.
So to add to that, first of all, my preference would be for someone to have no kids. I know that's not too realistic, so I wouldn't just, really trip if they did have a kid or two. But if you have a child and you're not taking care of them, we're not talking period. Like, that's just the same. Gross. No to me is like if you were married. Like, you're not going to have children out here and you're not taking care. Like, that's not appealing to me. That's a big turn off.
If you would have went on that third date, it was coming.
Yeah, he probably got kids. He said he didn't. So, right. And then, like... my friend put me on game a long time ago because I was talking to this guy. This was probably about 4 years ago. No, I don't even know. Some time ago. Like, so I was talking to this guy. I really liked him. Like, still to this day, like one of the coolest people I've talked to, like, ever. He had 4 kids, 4 different baby mamas.
Ooh.
Doing too much.
Right. And I was talking to my friend about him. She was like, I really would just leave him alone, because she said if y'all were to, get married or something like that, she was like, you have to think about y'all's finances. So she was like, let's say, he's paying child support for all these kids or whatever. She broke down the percentages and everything. So I'm like, okay, at that point, then she was like, if he not making it and y'all married, then it's on you to pay like child support and that type of thing. So at this point, I'm looking at my pocketbook. I'm like, these ain't my kids. I know when you get married, they become your children, but like it's a lot to think about.
That really is something to think about. Yeah, because if he
can't take care of them, then
if he or she got bad credit, you can fix that and come out of that hole.
Right.
But they
if
got
you paying
kids.
Child support for 4
you
or
ain't
5
getting out
kids?
of that hole for at least 18 years. Could be 21. What's up, Marcus? Marcus, take the. You got to get the mic.
I just want to make sure we keep going through the questions.
Okay.
So they were asking how did they get invited to the podcast? Okay, I think one easy solution is that one day we can set up for y'all to call in while we're having a podcast. That's an option too.
Yeah.
But other than that, you'd have to talk to Keemon about getting on the podcast. Okay, but there's another question. Oh yeah, but why be in a relationship for a while and then wait, I think I missed something. That seems like it had but why be in a relationship for
open marriages? What about open marriages and relationships?
I mean, as long as the other person want that too, then do you?
And that's why I said earlier that if you find somebody that want that lane, you better run in it if that's what you want.
But even though I kind of don't get open marriages,
if this person is looking for a dang, what's the word I'm looking for? One. So if a person want I don't know the word. I was looking for a big word and I couldn't grab it out of my head. But if a person wants a old fashioned one-on-one relationship and you don't want that, don't stay in that relationship and do your thing. Let that person fly. You know what? You know, the older you get and you was listening to music when you was younger, the older you get, you start figuring out what music is about. That might have been what Maxwell was talking about. If I can't have you, let love set the Pretty Wings song.
Oh,
I like
Set you free, pretty. Let them wings go. Let that person go. That's I knew it was mono, but I couldn't get the rest of it out. I was about to say
You said one.
yeah, but I was trying to say I was like month, and then I was like nah, because I don't want to start the word and can't finish the word, and I look stupid on podcast.
Now that I think about it, what's the point of open marriages? Like, if you get married for it to be open, why didn't y'all just stay dating?
You gotta ask
Why
rich
you
people
just
that because
start dating? Why didn't y'all just
that's a rich person thing.
That's kind of weird, but okay.
Why does the amount of kids matter? That's why it matters to
Because
me. Like
of
the child
money?
support thing. Yeah, like you get
Well,
into
that's
my
a-
pocket.
And
Yeah.
also, if I don't have any kids, I don't want to go from no kids to 8. That's kind of like,
And then if y'all have kids, that's what me and Marcus was saying. Okay, so if you got 3 and I initially only wanted 2 kids, and then we have 2, now I got 5 kids. Like,
or 10. Like,
that's some simple math.
My house not even that big. Like, no, baby. No.
Now, hold on. We not finna not acknowledge this.
What?
She say she know a broke couple with an open marriage. What they?
Who? Where am I?
What?
I'm not seeing this stuff.
Because they can't afford for it to be
Y'all
closed.
need to stop swinging and start working. Y'all need to start working. Y'all got work
Let's
to do.
see. And then Mandy said that she's been there with the 4-kid thing. Said it was hell.
That's
Well,
the word
I
I
don't
was
know now.
thinking.
Like if the man rich, because you know Future
Who
got
out-
like
who
9
out here?
kids.
But who out here with rich?
Exactly.
Exactly.
They kids, so that's different.
Like dudes typically don't have
Bad
their
example.
babies.
Bad
I used the
example.
wrong person, but that was just the first person that I thought about.
But Liz, it's hard enough dating more than one person, or talking to more than one person. At this age, like that's money, that's time. That's hard. How are you in a marriage and still got other people coming around? That's crazy. What are y'all smoking?
Nothing. Terry got me getting knocked out. Nah, she's not about to get knocked out. We gonna talk about this.
Hold
So
on.
somebody
Whoa.
said, does the amount of kids matter if the person wasn't married versus divorced? I mean, the amount matters.
Well, hey, that is something to think about. Because if the person was divorced, then that's cause for pause. But why did they get divorced? Is it their fault? Because somebody always at fault. Well, no, not always, but
Only he
You
can
think you gonna
have
get the
other
truth on
partners,
that?
and she has to be there.
What?
What are we
The
talking
broke
about?
couple that's in the open marriage.
Only she
Yeah,
can
I like that. Only he can have other partners. First of all,
Well, that's not open.
and she has to be there.
that's semi.
So maybe
open.
she.
Yeah, that's
But I don't know. Yeah, does she just like to watch, or is it?
She trying to check if she
Are
got
they
an
weird?
STD or something. Like how can you? Like I don't understand that.
are they weird? I need that answer. Are they weird?
I didn't say that. That's the person behind it.
Like,
Horrible, man.
no, thank you.
That he is.
Right. And then they broke, so she ain't benefiting much.
Why you watching?
She don't want to lose him, baby. Let him go.
She should
I
have
like
been
that.
lost him.
Hey,
I
but
like the.
on the real though, she might snap and kill him one day. Just,
She be like, you've been with all these other women in
and you
front of
can't
me.
even bring no money in the house.
You get all of your women.
I'm hungry.
I done ate Vienna sausages 3 days in a row.
But But with him being broke, what kind of game y'all think he running to get other women?
Oh no! Hey, hold up. Now if he running game and bringing money in the house from this, I'm not saying that that's right.
Oh, well, that's why she like it.
But
For money.
Nah, they still broke.
She just watched.
But nah,
They
they
still
You making
broke.
enough money, you can step your game
She's not
up.
broke. She's
Ah.
broke. He's getting the benefits. She's
Oh, he want to be a rapper.
Who friend is this?
Hold up now. We ain't gonna knock aspiring musicians now.
I mean, hold on. Expiring,
But you gotta grind to get some money.
expiring musicians and rapper is something different because everybody
True.
at least know 5 people that want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the reasons why I kind of took a backseat to music because I'm like, I'm a brother pushing on 30. Like that ain't the lane I want to run with. I think music will always be in my heart, but everybody's just not talented enough. Not to say that I'm not talented enough, but everybody isn't. So, I think the rapper is a little bit different because when I think of that, I think about Daddy's Little Girls, Julia. You know I never make a fool of you.
Hey, with that Philip Mignon.
He was jamming.
Yeah.
40p.
Hey.
40p. He in my playlist.
He saying it's in your playlist.
Yeah, 40p. 40p. I know
What's
40p.
that one about?
It's 50. It's a 52 Savage out there.
You remember that one that dude was
Is that real?
Gucci, Gucci.
Yeah, he came up on my Apple
What's
Music.
up,
And he signed 52.
Good at that.
I tell you,
Oh, I was just finna say, we finna wrap this thing up.
Yeah, it's 11.
I'm glad that y'all were entertained.
I was gonna be sleeping at 9.
But it's getting late here, so
It's getting
we about to go ahead and cut this thing off. We love y'all,
It ain't
and I hope
Thank
we touched up
y'all.
on some stuff and entertained y'all. But yeah, so this is our anniversary podcast. So I don't know if it's gonna come out on June 9th, but June 9th is our birthday. Y'all give a round of applause for us, and y'all don't have to. I want the people to do it, so I want claps under here. Claps under this live. But yeah, so y'all know if y'all want to keep the conversation going, y'all can comment on the live feed. We'll answer. Y'all can comment. Go to weareunderstood.com and you'll see all of our different platforms in which you can holler at us. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Enjoyed y'all as always. Anybody have any final words before we go? No final words. We are gone. Holla at y'all.
Peace.
So I was like, I don't know.